Immigration has become an incredibly hot topic. Since about 2006, we've seen amazing changes, radical and profound changes taking place to immigration policy. Increases in numbers, reductions in the number of refugees, huge increases in temporary foreign workers. Kingston, like many communities, is incredibly reliant on immigrants to grow our labor force, to grow our population. If you take a look at the Canadian population, we're 80% dependent on immigration flows on an annual basis for net labor force growth. We've got an aging population and a declining birth rate. Doesn't matter how much Viagra we sell, we can't replace the population. We need immigrants. Our economy needs them. Our local community needs them. But what are we going to be doing about it?
The story of Kingston is the story of immigration. When there have been immigrants coming to Kingston, Kingston has flourished. There have been times in its history when that happened, but there have been other times when it didn't, and when it didn't, Kingston fell on hard times. It's difficult not to conclude that economic growth and vibrancy in the city and immigration go hand in hand.
Some of the problems that our immigrants are facing is credential recognition. This is one of the biggest difficulties, is being able to value somebody who's built a bridge in Bangladesh, to recognize that that civil engineering skill has utility here in Canada. If you take a look at some of the traffic on bridges in Bangladesh, I'm pretty sure that the extra bridge here in Kingston would be able to handle that flow. But other difficulties, for example, are the professions that people come into are regulated by professional bodies and associations. Sometimes they have difficulty recognizing and valuing that international experience, as do employers. Employers are familiar with what they know. They're not as familiar with what they don't know. So the opportunity to interact with newcomers who have skills, experience, talents, and who are portals to global markets are something that employers need to look at differently. It's an opportunity to expand their market outreach, but also to benefit from different ways of doing things.
Immigration increases trade diversity, which gives us access to more global markets.
I always find it fascinating taking a look at Fortune 500 companies or some of the top companies in the Canadian economy. Radio Shack, for example, Magna International, companies that are started by immigrants. These are folks who are innovative, resilient, and the Conference Board of Canada has found the same in a study that they did. Innovation, resilience happens with immigrants.
Immigrants start more businesses than non-immigrants do per capita. Kingston could do better in terms of providing the kind of support and offering the kind of infrastructure that's needed for immigrants to flourish here and to feel welcome. Because in the end, if we want to encourage immigration to this city, if we want to encourage economic growth, we need to make people who come here, who choose Kingston, feel welcome.
We've got incredible talent coming to this city. People with advanced degrees in robotics, people in healthcare, people in community service, people in environmental fields. But the opportunities to put those skills to work are becoming constricted and more difficult. And we need to take a look at some solutions to put those $1 billion worth of international talent into our community and working for us.
If immigration is good for Kingston, then maybe we need more of it. And if we do need more of it, then how do we get it?
Immigration policy is both complex and incredibly intriguing. And the opportunity to learn more about these issues, for example, what is express entry? What is this new program and how is it going to operate? What are all these changes that have been happening at the federal level and what do they mean locally? What does it actually mean to extend the municipal franchise, the right to vote for permanent residents? What does that look like not only in Kingston, but for other communities like Guelph, Toronto, New Brunswick, St. John's, North Bay, all communities that are taking a look at this. Coming to the March 25th event is an opportunity to hear some excellent speakers talk about these issues and present some concrete ideas to the City Council in Kingston about what we can do to make our community more inclusive. We've got incredible talent coming to the city. People with advanced degrees in robotics, people in healthcare, people in community service, people in environmental fields. But the opportunities to put those skills to work are becoming constricted and more difficult. And we need to take a look at some solutions to put those $1 billion worth of international talent into our community and working for us.